Hello, today we're continuing to look at shares and dividends. I highly encourage you to watch the previous video before watching this one, and we're going to be calculating dividends as well as the value of portfolios. So all the shares an investor owns makes up the investor's portfolio. For example, George is reviewing his investment portfolio. He's invested in 3 companies, Illy, Sus, and Dank. Now, when we look at each company has a value that the share is worth, and we also have how many shares that George owns of that company. So he owns 20 of Illy at $14.20 each. He owns 300 shares of Sus at $3.60 per share, and he owns 50 shares of Dank at $4.20 per share. So what is the current total value of George's portfolio? To find the total value, all we'll have to do is multiply the number of shares he has times by how much each share is worth. So, $14.20 times 20 plus $3.60 times 300 plus $4.20 times 50 will give us a total of $1,574. So, his investment portfolio is valued at $1,574. Just a reminder that a dividend is a sum of money paid to shareholders. So with that in mind, let's try another example. So April owns shares in multiple companies and is expecting to receive some dividends for the year. What is the total dividend April can expect this year? So we're going to follow a similar process. We're just going to multiply the dividends per share by how many shares you own in that company. So 60 cents times 100 shares plus 40 cents times 150 shares plus 15 cents times 50 shares will give us a total of $127.50. So April can expect a total dividend of $127.50 for this year. Alright, here's a question for you to try. Xavier only owns shares in the Macroloft company. Macroloft is currently worth $135.60 per share, and they pay a dividend that is worth 5% of the share price. If Xavier owns 145 shares of Macroloft, can you please calculate, first of all, what is the total value of Xavier's portfolio, and then what total dividend can Xavier expect for the shares he owns? If you could please pause the video and give it a go, that'd be great. So, first of all, to find the total value of the portfolio, we take the value per share, so $135.60, and we times it by 145, because that's how many shares he has, and we get $19,662 total. To find the total dividend, first of all, we know that the dividend is 5% of the share price. So if we find 5% of 135.6, we get $6.78. So this is the dividend per share, and then all we have to do is times it by 145, and we'll get $983.10. So overall, Xavier's portfolio is worth $19,662, and he can expect to get $983.10 as a dividend. Alright everyone, hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions at all, please let me know down in the comments. Apart from that, have an amazing day.